Good evening. It is now 6 p.m. on Thursday, September 25th, 2025, and I call this meeting of the Bellevue Planning Commission order. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Arney, Mr. Bennett, Mr. Sims, Ms. Taylor-Jones,
Present.
Mr. Hankins,
Present.
Mr. Yoder,
Present.
Mr. Ackley,
Here.
Mr. Lazenberg,
Present.
Mr. Perrin.
Here.
This meeting will be conducted in accordance with the Nebraska Open Meetings Act, a copy of which can be found in the rear wall of the City Council chambers. At this time, I would ask that all commissioners and all audience members to please silence or turn off cell phones or any other devices that could disrupt our proceedings. Thank you. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to revise or approve the Planning Commission's meeting minutes for the August 28th, 2025 regular meeting.
Motion to approve is written.
Second.
Motion by Ackley, second by Taylor-Jones. Please vote.
All voting yes, motion carried.
At this time, I'd like to accept into the record all staff reports, attachments, memos, and handouts regarding each application. Staff, any updates or additions?
No updates.
Thank you. We have one item for consent agenda. 2A, request to final plat lots 1 through 7 and outlets A and B, Quail Crossing being a replat of Lot 1, Catherine Addition, applicant Quail Crossing LLC. General location, southwest corner of South 48th Street and Highway 370. Case numbers S-2508-17. Anyone from the public or planning commissioners want to pull this item from the consent agenda? Oh, sorry. For the staff reports. So at this time, I'd like to accept into the record. Okay, all staff reports and handouts, like a motion to accept these.
Motion to accept into records all staff reports, attachments, memos, and handouts regarding each application.
Second.
Motion by Yoder, second by Lazenberg. Please vote.
I think I'm gonna have to take a manual vote since I had to edit it. Okay. So, Ms. Taylor-Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Hankins,
Yes.
Mr. Yoder,
Yes.
Mr. Ackley,
Yes.
Mr. Lazenberg,
Yes.
Mr. Perrin.
Yes.
All voting yes, motion carried.
All right, thank you. My apologies for that. We have one item for consent agenda. 2A, request to final plat lots 1 through 7 and outlets A and B, Quail Crossing being a replat of Lot 1, Catherine Addition. Applicant Quail Crossing LLC, general location, southwest corner of South 48th Street and Highway 370. Case number S-2508-17. Is there anyone from the public or planning commissioners want to pull this item from the consent agenda? Not seeing any. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve based on conformance with the preliminary plat.
Motion by Yoder, second by Taylor-Jones. Please vote.
All voting yes, motion carries.
This item will go to City Council on October 21st, 2025. We have 2 items for a public hearing this evening. I will announce the case and then ask if there are any updates from the Planning Department. After that, the applicant will have an opportunity to present their request. After the applicant has been heard, the public will be allowed to provide any testimony that they would like considered in the record. Those testifying should come to the podium, state their name, address, and sign in for the record. Testimony should be limited to 3 minutes, and I reserve the right to shorten that time if we have a large number of people coming forward to testify. After any testimony is taken, the applicant shall have the opportunity for rebuttal, after which we will close the public hearing. Bottom line, please use the golden rule. Treat others who are speaking in the same manner as you would like to be treated when speaking. Our first public hearing is 3A, request to rezone Lot 1, Outlet A, Mora Acres, being a platting of part of tax lots 12 and 13, located in the southwest 1/4 of Section 22, Township 14 North, Range 13 East of the 6th Prime Meridian, Sarpy County, Nebraska, from AG to RA, and RG-8 for the purpose of residential development, and small subdivision, plat Lot 1 and Outlet A, Mora Acres, applicant Orchard Valley Incorporated. General location 1902 Lola Avenue, case number Z-2507-07, S-2507-13. Staff, any updates?
Yes, I actually do have an update. After the report went out, we originally recommended a continuance so we could get the revisions from the applicant. And this week we were able to get the revisions. We were able to work the minor technical deficiencies out. So I would like to change the Planning Department's recommendation to approval based upon conformance with the zoning ordinance, the subdivision regulations, and compatibility with the existing neighborhood. Just a brief summary, and then I can turn it over to Mr. Peterson. This rezoning and small subdivision plat is to facilitate the applicant's larger development that he intends to do in the near future. So these are 2 unplatted tax lots, basically just kind of cleaning up property lines to facilitate that future development. So again, staff is recommending approval at this time.
Thank you. Clancy Peterson, appearing on behalf of the applicant. This is, as Tammy said, kind of the plat before the plat. We will be requesting to de-annex Outlot A, as presented there, the southern portion of that lot, to incorporate it into the SID. This plat needed to happen so we could define the property line correctly and then request a de-annexation down the road. So I'll be available for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll open the public testimony. If anyone cares to provide public testimony in this matter, whether in favor or opposition, please come forward, state your name, address, and sign in. Not seeing anyone. I will now close the public hearing and turn it over to the commissioners. What are the wishes of the commission?
I just had one question on access between the 2 lots. Will there be any negative impact? I don't know if that's a staff question or question, but I guess how will that work with it? There's kind of that little notch off Lola Ave.
Yeah, so there will be temporary ingress and egress easement until that second plat is dedicated. Then they'll have dedicated access there. And I think we submitted an exhibit that I don't know if you guys have that shows the access that
Correct.
they will have.
Yes, so that was one of the things staff wanted to see was what that access easement would look like in the interim. And so we did receive that exhibit yesterday. Public Works is comfortable with it. I mean, again, they'll have to be, direct communication between the developer and Mr. Mora, who is the property owner to the north. But until such time there's dedicated right of way, they do have a plan for access.
Okay, thank you.
If there's no further comments, I'd be prepared to make a motion. Hearing none, I recommend approval of this application based upon lack of a perceived negative impact upon the surrounding area in conformance with the zoning ordinance.
Second.
Motion by Ackley, second by Lassenberg. Please vote.
Give me just a moment, please. Mr. Ackley, please say that again.
If I look at my notes, I can, Ms. Curry. I make a motion to approve this application based upon a lack of perceived negative impact upon the surrounding area and conformance with the zoning ordinance.
I'll second.
Another motion, first motion by Ackley, second by Mr. Barron. Last, Yoder, sorry.
All voting yes, motion carried.
This item will go to the City Council for a public hearing October 21st, 2025. Our second public hearing is 3B, request to rezone Lot 6, Tiller's 4th Edition from BG to RG8-PS for the purpose of multifamily residential development with site plan approval. Applicant Earhart Griffin Associates, general location 1724 Wilshire Drive, case number Z-2506-06. Staff, any updates?
No updates, but I can give a brief summary while Mr. Beller is signing in. This application originally came before you in July. At that time, it was a proposed multifamily development with 96 units and a parking ratio of, approximately 1-to-1 on the unit count. At that time, the Planning Commission continued it. Mr. Beller and his team wanted to kind of work out a solution with parking. That was a couple months ago. They're back tonight in front of you, and the revised site plan is for 80 units with a 4-story building with an underground parking garage, and they are at a 1.5-to-1 parking ratio as far as units. As far as units go, approximately 75% of the units are 1 and 2 bedroom. The remainders are 3 and 4 bedroom. This would be an affordable housing project. City Council previously approved a redevelopment plan for TIF for this project. Based on the updated unit count and the new parking ratio, staff is comfortable with what Mr. Beller and his client are showing as far as the site plan. Site plan is in compliance overall with landscaping. We went back and looked at prior apartment complexes, ones that have recently been approved, just to look at parking ratios and unit count and bedrooms. The most recent one that I referenced in the staff report is one that was done, Ascend on 75, that was done at Nebraska Drive and Childs Road. They had a 1.5-to-1 parking ratio that was approved by City Council. 22 of those parking stalls were actually on-street parking, which the City Council allowed to count toward that parking ratio. They also have 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units there as well. As far as staff goes, all comments have been satisfied. The applicant did do a traffic study in May. Public Works has had time to review that. There are no improvements being required of the developer as a result of the proposed development, so we are comfortable with that. Staff is recommending approval based upon compatibility with the surrounding neighborhood, lack of perceived negative impact upon the surrounding area, and conformance with the zoning ordinance. So with that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Beller.
Thank you, Commission members. Thank you, Tammy. Brent Beller, 11440 West Center Road. We brought some folks with me tonight. I have Nick Godey. He's with Great Lakes Capital. Terry Morrison with Earhart Griffin, they're our engineer. And then Ryan Durant, he's our local housing consultant here in Nebraska. So we maybe expected more folks than are here tonight. So I'll try to be brief and then be here for questions. But a gentle reminder, as Tammy kind of alluded to, so when we started this, we actually started at 120 units. Then we got down to 96. And one of the reason we lowered it from 96 to 80 is to really get to that 1.5 to 1 parking ratio. That is a parking ratio that's been supported here in Bellevue. And so we put our best foot forward and we tried to do the exact same thing. But Tammy hit the nail on the nose. This is affordable housing. All cities, including Bellevue, have been tasked with doing just this. So with that, we're at 80 units. We're at a 1.5 to 1 parking ratio. We appreciate this Planning Commission support for our TIF. We appreciate the support for the text amendment. I think, if I'm not missing anything, this might be the last time we're in front of you all asking for anything on this particular project. So we appreciate your patience. But like Tammy said, we'll have 59 surface parking spaces. We'll have 61 in a parking garage. We have complied with everything in your Affordable Housing Action Plan. We addressed all planning department's comments already. So we are here for questions. This is the last step before hopefully we move on to City Council. So I'll stop there, and to the extent you have questions, I'm here to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Public testimony. If anyone cares to provide public testimony in this matter, whether in favor or opposition, please come forward, state your name, and sign in, please. Not seeing anyone. I'll close the public hearing and turn it over to the commissioners. What are their wishes of the commission?
I guess I just wanted to address the letters from Hillcrest Freedom Village, and there just seems to be a lot of concern with safety, which I don't think affordable low-income housing necessarily equals danger. So I believe in the report it said somewhere around 257, give or take, residents, and some of the letters are worried about upwards of 400 residents. So, yeah, actually, if you want to speak towards any of that.
I have no idea where those numbers came from. That's not accurate. We have an occupancy load by fire code, and we can't have that many people. I think the letters also talk about hundreds of kids playing on our playground. That's not accurate. We sized that playground correctly. We have Alley Pointers, our architects, Earhart Griffins, our engineers. They do this every day. They size those playgrounds accordingly. So we received those letters. There's a lot of confusion. We talked a lot about it at City Council, which is why I was maybe hopeful folks would be here tonight so we can just readdress questions. But a lot of what's in there is just not what we're doing. We're not going to have 400 people living in 80 units. That's impossible. But
and I think that was kind of, if not here, Bellevue's running out of space. We have the area near Platteview Road, 36th Street, and infill lots like this. So if this isn't a good spot near a grocery store, fast food, fitness centers in the middle of town, near schools, I don't know where a good place is then.
To that question, Mr. Yoder, I mean, we have done a ton of analysis on this particular project. And one of the things that we look at is our proximity to those amenities, whether it's gas station, public transit, grocery. On average, we're about 2.2 miles away from all of those. So there is a reason why we are looking at this lot, let alone there's other reasons for tax credits and that sort of thing. But the reality is I like to remind people, this lot sat available for 25 years. It was for sale for 25 years. It was zoned BG, and the market spoke that commercial uses are not good there. And so this is obviously you have to get the rezoning for the RG8, but if anybody wanted to come develop this, it was on the market for a long time before Great Lakes bought it. So,
and I think one of, BG zoning allows, all kinds of things, even like a Jiffy Lube.
Yeah, you can have, I'll name them for you. You can do a 24-hour gas station. You can do a service repair. You can do restaurants. You can have a drive-through. You can have a Taco Bell there that's open till 3 a.m. with cars driving and playing music all night long. You could have a liquor store. You could have a grocery store. You could have a bowling alley. There's a lot of more intense uses, high traffic generating uses versus housing. So just beating that point home a little bit there.
And that's why I wanted to bring it up, just since there isn't a big group here. However, there are a lot of letters.
Right.
I just wanted to make sure if they're watching via YouTube or recording that, yeah, we did discuss it. If anyone else has any, that's all I had.
Thank you.
For now. Thank you.
No, you raised good points. Mr. Yoder, again, I would just comment, I'd like to think that part of the reason we don't have a crowd here tonight, most of the opposition was based on the 96 units. If you read all of the letters, I think all of them cite 96 units, which was the previous proposal. Again, compliment the developer and the city for working together, going from 120 to 110 to 96 to 80 to figure out parking ratios. I would say one of the letters had mentioned that most American families have 2 cars. Again, that may be true. I'm not sure that statistic comes from, but the reality is this is affordable housing, workforce housing. Chances are that is going to be a different ratio for these residents. So with that, I'm supportive. It's a great infill project. We definitely need more affordable and workforce housing. So. So if there's no further discussion or comments, Ms. Palm, I have a question. Part of your staff report says we really need to also address future land use. Do you want 2 separate motions, or should the one motion approve the for application and land use map?
You could do it in one motion, just as long as it was stated as such.
Okay. With that, Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion to approve of this application based upon compatibility with the surrounding neighborhood, lack of perceived negative impact upon the surrounding area, and conformance with the zoning ordinance, and also request that the future land use map be amended to reflect what ultimately gets voted on here by the city council in the weeks ahead.
Second.
I'll second.
Motion by Ackley, second by Yoder. Please vote.
May I ask Mr. Ackley what the last part of his motion was, please? Request the future land use map be amended. What did you say after that?
To reflect the changes with this application, in other words, the change that we're making here with the application on allowing the site.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Motion by Ackley, second by Mr. Yoder.
Correct.
All voting yes, motion carried.
This item will go to the City Council for public hearing on October 21st, 2025.
Thank you.
And any current business?